If you take a look at the world and all the successful people in it and compare them to the ones that haven't reached that high levels of success yet, then you are going to notice that there are some things that successful people have that others don't. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that highly successful people have that others don't. And I'm going to start off with the first one, which is a specific plan and a strategy, right? Now, we all have goals in life, right? You set a list of goals that you want to achieve. You may give yourself a time frame, you may not, it doesn't really matter. And when you set these goals, you need to have a plan about how you're going to bring them into existence, about how you're going to manifest them, right? And if you want to be able to develop a plan and a strategy about how you're going to move from point A, which is where you're standing, to point B, which is where you want to be, which is your end goal, then you need to train your mind to develop quality strategies. Now, what am I talking about? So you are going to need to spend some time in your life reading books, watching YouTube videos, podcasts, right? Learning from mentors, investing into courses, right? Watching free YouTube content maybe as you're watching this video, so you can understand what is working and what is not, so you can consume the information that will train your mind and make it capable of developing high quality strategies and plans, right? About how certain specific thing can be executed and brought into existence, right? Manifested. And you're also going to need to spend some time into testing and trying on your own, so you can feel it on your own skin, because not every information that you consume is going to be the right information, and not everything that people tell you will be truthful, right? So you're going to also need, combined with that thing, which is learning and educating yourself, you're going to need to combine experience, right? Practice. You're going to need to try it on your own, right? Try this and try that and do a lot of things, so you can make a final conclusion about what is working and what is not working, and then you can develop a strategy that will be most certainly working, right? Because your mind will be trained to create and develop plans and strategies that can bring you closer from point A to point B, or not closer, but actually bring you from point A to the final point B. And it is important to be able to develop a strategy, to be able to develop a plan, because you can't really manifest a specific goal that can be anything, right? You may want to achieve financial freedom, right? You may want to manifest a specific goal, as it is, as you may want to attract a specific person, right, in your life. You may want to buy your dream home, you may want to buy your dream car, you may want to launch a business, you may want to do anything, right? And if you set a specific goal and you just go out there and do random moves and do random investments, then you are moving into random directions, right? That is the thing that you need to be doing when you're testing and trying about what's working and what's not. But once you are done testing and trying, now you're going to need to develop a specific plan and a specific strategy about how you're going to move from point A to point B specifically. What will be the path that you will walk to achieve your final goal? What will be the moves that you'll need to make to get from point A, which is where you're standing, to point B, which is where you want to be, the goal that you want to achieve, the manifestation that you want to bring into existence. And this can be done by doing specific conscious plans and strategies and doing the action that's needed in order to get from point A to point B, right? Make a plan, make a strategy, execute it, do the steps needed to move from one place to another, right? Because again, when you do random things in the phase of testing, then you will learn that there are some things that work, there are some things that don't work, and some of the things that will be working will actually give you return on investment. Your random investments that you made will turn out to be something profitable, right? Some people will appreciate it, and you may have blessed someone, like in the process of you acting from a place of testing this and testing that, right? You may have blessed someone immensely, right? And now they're really grateful and they want to bless you, right? So it is important to understand that random investments can bring you return on investment, but if you want to manifest a specific goal in a reasonable time frame, then you will need to make a specific plan and a specific strategy. And it is also good because you're going to train your mind to develop high quality strategies about how plans can be executed, right? So that is for the first thing that highly successful people have that others don't. Now, for the second thing that highly successful people have that others don't, I'm going to tell you about something of high value to offer to the world. Now, this can be anything. You may have like some important information, right? The things that you know may hold the key to someone's business. The things that you have access to, the information that you have access to, may hold the key to someone's prison, right? The things that you can share with the world, with people, may bring someone a lot of value, right? And when you have something of high value to offer, you can consider yourself highly successful, because not everyone has access to those information, right? This information that I'm sharing with you did not appear out of nowhere, right? I had to go through a lot of things in my life to learn these lessons. I had to brainstorm a lot so I can create this concept, right? And other than information, you can have like a specific skill, like you may be like capable of executing a certain function, right? So if you can do this specific thing, right, you may be really good at taking photos, like professional photos, right? You may be good like at video editing, right? You may be a really good, I don't know, like TV host, right? You may be like a really good at communicating with people. You may be like a really good graphic designer. You can create amazing advertisements, right? Video ads. I've been watching the TV after a long time, like a few days ago, or maybe yesterday, who knows. And there was something specific that I wanted to watch, and there was this one ad that really grabbed my attention. It was like mind blowing. The concept behind the ad was crazy. Like it really grabbed my attention, and I'm like, wow, like whoever made this ad is extremely successful, because they had the mind to think of this concept and to bring it into existence. That's like really crazy, right? So if you have something of high value to offer, right? And many times something of high value may be money as well, right? You may already have like the financial resource, and someone else will have the idea, you will have the finances to support it, and together you're gonna create this amazing business, right? So it is important to have something of high value to offer, but don't raise the value of one thing over the other, right? Money is not more important than the idea, because the investment without an idea is nothing, right? But an idea without the investment is nothing as well. So it is important to be able to judge well, to estimate the worth of things well, And this brings us to the third thing that highly successful people have that others don't, which is a well-trained sense to estimate the value of things. So well-trained sense to estimate the value of things and people. Now, how this is developed and what is this? This is the ability to look at something or someone and be able to judge them well about how valuable is this resource, is this thing, is this idea, is this person, what is their value, right? So if you take a look at a rock, right, you can tell it's a rock, right? And rocks can be found everywhere, and it may not be that valuable, but if you look at a diamond, you can estimate it, right? That it's something of high value, for an example, right? And the same comes for an idea, like for ideas and things and people, right? So I may have like a great poster, right? I'm a graphic designer and I may create a great poster, right? And when people see it, if a highly successful person sees that poster, they will be able to judge it. Like, can this poster bring me a lot of benefit, right? Will it work? Will it catch the attention of people, right? If you're a marketer, you will know these things. And how this is developed is by having high levels of self-criticism. Why? Because when you create something, let's take the poster for an example, right? Before you offer it to someone, before you bring it out into the public, you need to have like 10 filters of your own that your poster will have to pass through before reaching the public. Because if you just create something and share the draft with the public, then the public will see the draft. Then the person that you're offering this thing to will only see a draft and they will be not that impressed, right? They'll be like, yeah, it's fine, right? But if you can create something, pass it through 10 filters, then when it reaches the final person that you are offering this poster to, they will be mind blown. They will be impressed. They'll be like, wow, right? You may be competing against other graphic designers. How can you make your design stand out if you don't pass it through those 10 filters, right? And there is one example when we are where we are estimating the worth and the value of a graphic poster, right? Let's say that it's like a song, right? Let's say that it's like an idea, a business idea. Can you judge well? Do you have the experience to know what will pass through people's minds, what will not, right? Will this song be accepted by people? Will this song be a hit? Will it be the new summer hit? Or will it just not go as well as expected? And this comes with experience. When you are in a certain field for long enough, you will know what people want, what people don't. People will be changing, their wants and needs will be changing, but you will be changing as well along with them. And you will know, like maybe not specifically what will pass, but you will have like at least like a rough estimation of what may pass and what certainly will not pass, right? And to develop this, again, you need to have like high levels of self-criticism because you need to be valuable first before everything. So you can see the things through a prism of high worth, through a prism of high value, right? Through a point of view that is based on high standards, right? If your standard is high, then you're gonna see something and you're gonna be like, okay, this meets my standards, or okay, this does not meet my standards, right? And the same goes for people. Like there are some people that will go find a job, right? Start working somewhere in a new company, and after a week or two, after a month or two, they already expect a raise in the salary. They already expect a lot more benefits, right? But they haven't even had the chance to prove themselves. There are some people who've been working for months, years maybe, right? Who who made a lot of sacrifices, and you just came here and you want to gain all the benefits just like that. Prove yourself first, right? Do not have so high expectations when you just make an effort, right? So I just came here, I just joined the game, and the first effort that I made, and now I already expect like the people to give me the world, right? Wait a minute, right? There've been like people in this game for way longer than you. They still haven't had the chance to gain all the benefits. Who are you to be asking for those things, right? So if you want for people to be able to estimate your worth properly, or maybe to see you as a high value person, you need to become high value person. You need to raise your standards, and you need to understand that it takes effort. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of investment. You need to invest a hell lot of things, a hell lot of time, a hell lot of efforts before being able to receive the benefits that you want to receive. Because what people actually do is that they don't have their own sense of estimating the worth of things and people that well trained, and they expect for people to consider them as someone of high value. They say, but I invested like for the past 3 months, I killed myself from working, right? Yeah, there have been some people who have been doing that for years, right? So think about all the things that you're setting yourself like really high expectations, and ask yourself, do I actually deserve it? And many times you will deserve it. Many times you will be bringing a lot of value, you will be bringing a lot of worth to the table, and people will have a reason about why they should appreciate you, about why they should reward you, about why you should receive all the benefits, right? But don't expect for people to consider you someone like a high quality asset, like a high quality person, before you prove yourself to actually be high quality, before you even have a high value as a person, as a being. If you're someone that just thinks that they're a high quality person, that have something of high value to offer, but does not really have that, then you're going to be up and in for a rude awakening, because people are going to be like, no, you don't bring as much to the table. Why do you expect all these things, right? So analyze yourself. Am I actually worth it? And many times you will realize that you are, because if you have invested a lot of time and effort into developing yourself, into improving yourself, then you will be worth it, right? But be self-critical, right? When I create these videos, when I create anything in life, right? I'm writing, I'm doing graphic design, I'm an artist, I do music, rap music, right? When I create something, before it even goes out to the public, it goes through 100 different filters, and I'm never satisfied with the final result until I can see that it's perfect. I'm not letting it out there in the world, because I know that it will not pass. Once I know that this will surely pass, then I put it out there. So that's for the third thing that highly successful people have and others don't. A well-trained sense of estimating the worth and value of things and people and ideas, right? Now, the next one you're gonna love, right? If you are someone who has high value, then you're gonna love this. And that's like a massive ego, which is built on a strong foundation. Now, this is a problem in the society. There are a lot of people who have a massive ego, but no foundation. They just have the ego, right? They don't have something to back it up, right? They don't really have personal worth and value. They don't really have something done, right? They're just starting out, but they have this massive ego, right? Thinking that they are like all powerful and all knowing and all everything, right? Wait a minute, it's like, how long have you been in this game? Where did that ego came from? You will need to put your head down for a little bit at the beginning, right? You just joined a company, you're gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have to obey the authorities before you become an authority, right? You just started participating in this game of life. Guess what? You are not on a level where you can have such a high ego. You need to put out there. You need to produce and produce and produce for years before you can actually be like, okay, now I deserve it. Now I can have such a high ego. Now I can raise my standards. Now I'm worth it. Because when you have a massive ego and you don't have a strong foundation, that ego can be easily crushed. They're not gonna punch you at your ego, they're gonna punch you at the foundation. And if you don't have a strong foundation, everything will crash down from the bottom, right? So, because the bottom is not strong enough, right? But if you build a strong foundation before building the tall building, the attempts of other people to crush you will be impossible, right? No one can crush you because you have a strong foundation. Because you know your worth. But if you don't really have a worth, but you think that you are this high value person, then people will prove you wrong. And now you're gonna crash down. So be willing to put your head down. Be willing to listen to people. Be willing to say yes, sir, to your general when you're still starting out. Before upgrading your rank, before being worthy of becoming a general one day, right? Don't think that you are all knowing, don't think that you're all powerful. Just because you made one thing, one move, you had like one success, and now you're like walking so proud of yourself. Yes, be proud of yourself, be proud of your small achievements, but know your place, know your worth, know your value. You are not so high, you're not so highly successful as you may think that you are, as compared to some other people. There are some people who have made so much in this life, who have achieved so many things in this life, and they're still humble. The most successful people in this world are the most humble people. They meet people at eye level, right? And then there are the people who haven't even achieved much, and they will make like one right choice, and they're like, they're gonna put their head up so high as if they won the greatest prize in the world. Be humble. Put your feet down. Meet me eye level, right? So if you see someone that has a massive ego, see their foundation. If they have a strong foundation and have a massive ego, then they're highly successful. And this is like one of the things that highly successful people have that others don't. They have a massive ego with a strong foundation. The ones that are not that successful have a massive ego without a strong foundation and can be easily crushed, right? A highly successful person, you can hit them as much as you want. They will not fall because they have years and years and years of hard work behind them. You can't step over that, right? Even if you don't see it, right? Some people have been operating in the shadows for 10 years now, for 50 years, right? You cannot see their efforts, maybe not all of their efforts, but they have a lot of experience behind them, and you can't crush them because they have a strong foundation supporting their massive ego. So the fifth and final thing that highly successful people have that others don't is the ability to give no fucks about other people's opinions. Now, when you see a highly successful person not caring about what people are saying, that just confirms their worth, right? Because when you're just starting out, it's really hard to detach from other people's opinions. Many times we work just so we can prove to people, right? We do things just so we can show off, just so we can let the world see our value, let the world see who we are, let the world see who we're dating, let the world see how rich we are, right? But all of these things are chaining you. You're putting a baggage on your shoulders. People to see this, people to see this, people to know this, so people can talk like this, so people can think like that. Who cares about people? At the end of the day, the only things that matter are your own feelings, your own state of being, your own peace of mind, your own quality of life, right? If you are rich, be rich for yourself so you can afford a really high quality lifestyle, right? So you can be living in a mansion, so you can be feeling good in the mansion, so you can be afford yourself luxuries, right? So you can be driving a car that will offer you an exceptionally good experience, right? The comfort and everything, right? So you can feel the comfort, so you can feel the benefits of your investment, right? But not for the people to see that you're driving this amazing car, right? So you can be taken care of and nurtured by your partner, not so the people can see who you're dating, right? And when you do this, then the people will still see it. That's the catch. When you care for your own well-being, when you do the things for your own self, right? I want to be with this specific person because I know how much comfort they can bring me, because I feel good around them, because I feel loved by them, right? Because they have this amazing energy, right? Not because they are this successful person and now the world's gonna see me with them. Who cares, right? But when you act from a place of doing it for your own self, for your own well-being, then you're gonna end up being with them, and the world will see it sooner or later. The world, the people out there will see you with them, and they're gonna be like, oh, they're dating that successful guy, they're dating that successful girl, wow. So they must really have something of big value to offer since they're together, right? Oh, they're driving that amazing car, oh, they're living in that villa, right? That mansion is theirs. I didn't know that. Like, oh, they must be really successful, right? Or they're watching this video and they're like, oh, this guy is talking for 30 minutes already, so he must have something of high value to offer, right? He must have a lot of experience. He must have a lot of knowledge and information to share with the world. He must have really good communication skills so he can deliver, right? A rich vocabulary. Just boosting my own ego a little bit, right? So having the ability to give absolutely no fucks about what anyone will say, regardless if it's about a good thing, if it's about bad thing, because many times people are going to judge you. They're going to look for some mistakes, for some bad things about you, so they can judge you about it. Regardless, if you don't care about the good things, you're not going to care about the bad things either. Whatever you do, do it for yourself. Many times you're going to be low-key, you're going to be silent, you're going to be working on your business behind closed doors. No one is looking at you, no one knows what you're doing, right? Yet the people are talking, hey, what is he doing? I haven't seen him in a while. And now they start imagining stories, they start making some imaginary scenarios, right? And they don't even know what's happening in your life, right? That is why when you manifest the results, and when the results of what you've been working on come into existence, they will witness and they'll be like, oh, we've been wrong all along. I couldn't see that. Oh, so he's been working on something. Now I can see his success, right? And it is really hard at the beginning, before you train yourself, to know to not give a fuck about what anyone is thinking or saying or talking about you. It may be hard, like you may be like working on your business behind closed doors and people will be like giving you thumbs down, shouting from far like, ooh, you're not good enough, right? Talking on social media, right? Gossiping about you maybe when they're drinking their morning coffee, right? Sometimes the gossips may be good, sometimes the gossips may be bad. It doesn't matter. If you can train yourself to not care about it at all, then you are going to manifest really good results in your life. You're going to become highly successful, and you're going to already acquire and adapt one of the most important traits and things that highly successful people have that others don't, which is the ability to not care about what other people are saying, thinking, or talking about them, right? So first of all, thank you for watching this video for 30 minutes already. If you liked my energy, if you liked the information that I share with you, if you like what I've been saying here, then make sure to leave a like so you can support me and what I'm doing. And subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell so you can get notified each time I post a new video. Share this video with someone who may need to hear this information so you can improve their life, so you can help them improve their own life. And make sure to leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Like, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Like, start a debate maybe, who knows, right? I'm gonna reply to you if you leave a comment. And make sure to add me on Instagram at eu.mikemasters. Send me a message, ask me out on a coffee, talk with me, right? Get to know me. And also check out my free PDF, The Ultimate Guide to Success, which is this small 30 pages ebook designed to help you get on the right track and start moving into the direction of success, becoming successful, and manifesting all of your dreams and desires. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and until next time, peace.